welcome to TWF Friday Night SmackDown. Oh shit, we forgot the, there we go. Hi everyone, and welcome to Friday Night SmackDown. Hi, Corey Graves, Renee Young, and Wade Barrett here. And today on Friday Night SmackDown, we're going to have the TWF 24/7 winnings on stake here today on Friday Night SmackDown. Corey Graves says, well, that's right, Renee Young says. Xia Li, the TWF 24/7 fighter, is going to have her winnings on stake here today on Friday Night SmackDown. I'll tell you right now, Corey Graves and Renee Young, ever since Xia Li came to the TWF in the 11th month of 2023 YL, she has only lost the TWF 24/7 winnings one time. And I don't really know if she's going to lose it again or not, but most likely is not going to. Well, who do you think is going to be and who do you think is the one who's going to fight Xia Li for the TWF, 24/7 winnings? Wade Barrett says, well, first off, Corey Graves says, I would think it would have to be someone who was bold, someone who was, fearless, and someone out there, who would be bold and fearless, and at the end of the day, wouldn't really be that worried about Xia Li's fighting craft. Yeah. Because she is a sports fighter of some kind before she became a skilled wrestler. Before she was fired from WWE, late last year, or no, early this year, Corey Graves says. Yeah, she was fired. She was fired early this year, Corey Graves says. Well, Renee Young says we're going to have to go to the ring now to see how Xia Li is going to handle knowing who she's going to be wrestling next. Alright. Well, coming to the ring from the Folk Reich of Eastland, the TWF 24/7 fighter, Xia Li. First off, Eastland, not a Folk Reich, is a speakership. Two, who am I going to be putting my TWF 24/7 winnings on stake against today? Oh, well, I hope it isn't Goldust, because I already had dealings with him, and I hope he's not the one that I'm going to, because if I have to wrestle or fight him again, I'm going to knock his head off. Well, I can tell you right now, Corey Graves said Xia Li is about to learn who she'll be putting her TWF 24/7 winnings on stake against here today with Sin Cara. I'm not making that one up. And like Suicide or whatever, in TNAW, Corey Graves says, he is a WWE crafted self, meaning a self that more than one wrestler played. Corey Graves says, well, that's right. Sin Cara, when he was in WWE, was played by two wrestlers during the time when WWE had him, before they chose to be done with the Sin Cara self. Renee Young says, yeah, and I heard the first wrestler who played him botched it a lot in the ring, Wade Barrett says. and he's an intuitive one who played him for some time and didn't do very well himself. And I guess you can say from Mexicanish land, Mexicanish land, Sin Cara. Well, what is it about everybody getting in the ring and then they can't really get in the ring? Alright, yep. We know this for the TWF 24/7 winnings. Corey Graves said, and Xia Li just knocked down Sin Cara right with her kick. We have seen Xia Li beat many wrestlers during her time in WWE, Corey Graves says. First on NXT, then on SmackDown, then on Raw before being let go. Oh. Well, that's right, Renee Young says. We saw Xia Li, seek to win the WWE NXT Women's Heavyweight winnings from first Becky Lynch when she had it, and later on Lila Vicaria when she won it. She did not, by the way, win those. And those were the last time any saw until she had either on Raw or SmackDown, and spent the rest of her time wrestling on main event or main show. Well, yeah, I think the last match was the Women's Kingly Thunder of this year, Wade Barrett says, before she was let go. And now, Wade Barrett says, go watch out for her legs. And I think this match is over, Wade Barrett says. She's beat sundry wrestlers, fighters, overstars, whatever you want to call her, with that hold, Wade Barrett says. You could be right about that, Corey Graves said. Put a fork in it, it's done. Corey Graves said, yeah. Renee Young said, this match is done. You could track all the way to Fugu if you wanted to, and he wouldn't be getting up. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner, and still the TWF 20. Here is your winner, and still the TWF 24/7 fighter, Xia Li. Well, Xia Li is still the TWF 24/7 fighter by beating Sin Cara. That was the here today on Friday Night SmackDown, Corey Graves says. Do you think someone out there will beat Xia Li one day? Corey Graves says. I do not know. Renee Young says if that's going to happen or not. Only time will tell if some man or some woman will beat her. Well, so far, every man and every woman who's gone up against Xia Li, no need what kind of doll or toy he or she happens to be, has lost. And like we say, she's only lost the TWF 24/7 winning strap only one time, Wade Barrett said. Alright, Corey Graves said we're going to send it away now to Gene Okerlund. Thank you. Okay, where's it? Okay, what the fuck? Okay. Hands doing this. Okay. Alright, thank you, Corey Graves. Thank you, Corey Graves and Renee Young. I'm going to be talking with Xia Li here today on Friday Night SmackDown. Alright, Xia Li, you are still the TWF 24/7 fighter. However, you have seemed to only lost it once, and you beat Sin Cara here today on Friday Night SmackDown. I beat a lot of folks, Gene Okerlund, since I came to the Toy Wrestling Gathering in the 11th month of last year of 2023 YL. And I only lost once. So whoever the man or the woman who thinks they're man enough or woman enough to take this TWF 24/7 winnings off of me, well, you just saw what happened to Sin Cara. Well, yes, we did see what you did, Xia Li. And even though your time in WWE on NXT and then SmackDown, then Raw. You never did win any winnings. You came very near. You had good matches, but never won anything. Yeah, I don't know why that is. And I'm not going to hear him bitch and rant about how my time in World Wrestling Glebe went. Alright? What we're doing here in the Toy Wrestling Gathering, I am still a TWF 24/7 fighter. And I know that WWE did away with theirs about 2 years ago and at the end of 2022 YL. So what? The TWF still has one. And this is a warning to any man or any woman who thinks they're man enough or woman enough to take my TWF 24/7 winnings away from me. You saw what happened here today. Well, Xia Li, you're like Mang or Hawk Koo when he won the WCW hard middle winnings. Only put it on stake one time and then left WCW to go back to WWF for a 2-diff run, and he never lost it. Well, yeah, I guess so, but I think I've held the TWF 24/7 winnings the first time and 2-diff time longer than he held the WCW hard middle winnings. Didn't he like give it up to the Barbarian or whatever? I don't know. Anyway, who cares? We're talking about me, and no man or woman is going to take this off of me. Like I say, I only lost one time, and I don't on goalie winning, losing again. Well, that's our talk with Xia Li, the TWF 24/7 fighter. Back to you, Corey Graves and Renee Young. Well, thank you, Gene Okerlund, for talking with Xia Li here today on Friday Night SmackDown. And that's all the time we got here for Friday Night SmackDown. I, Corey Graves, Renee. That's all the time we got here for Friday Night SmackDown. I, Corey Graves, Renee Young, and Wade Barrett. We hope you like Friday Night SmackDown, and we'll see you tomorrow for Rampage or Ram Crew.